somebody from the city attorney wants it written?
Yes.
Okay, because this is putting us in a really bad spot coming out here issuing an arrest with basically nothing.
You to know animals and stuff.
And, you know, I've offered to buy the guy's house because I'd heard that he wanted to sell it anyway. You know, I've put sound barriers up. I've offered to sit down with him and whoever his contact is with the city to try to work it out peacefully, but this is the
owner of Red Rover, a pet resort facing harassment over barking dogs. A neighbor, Steve Pano, utilized his connections with Rodney Taylor, the city permits director, to force police to issue citations for unnecessary noise.
What's going on?
Come on in, bro.
Hi.
Hey,
Sherry.
so
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry.
We get it figured out, or
Yeah,
who
I think
was
so.
it? Who
It was
he from?
apparently Rodney from Permits.
City Permits.
City
From the
Permits.
city? What was he
Because
doing?
my back door
But-
neighbor is Steve Pennell.
Right.
So,
And yeah, I told him that on the
he's-
phone.
trying every avenue he can to shut me down.
Yeah.
I guess Permits doesn't have the ability to write tickets in the city, but for some reason he does something for the county that lets him write tickets, is what it sounded like he was saying.
I've got no clue.
Rodney Taylor.
Rodney
Okay.
Taylor,
Your position with the city? Okay.
Director of Permits.
All right. And he come down here on behalf of y'all, or?
I'm pretty sure Steve Pennell's in.
And this is all his own business.
Yeah, it's his own business, and like I said on the phone,
This-
there's no permit for an animal service
Yeah.
business specifically, so.
Scotty, let's back all the way up to the beginning. When we bought this place
Mm-hmm.
from Zach Taylor's old lady,
Yeah.
right? She would bend over backwards for this dude. And
Mm-hmm. To help him, or whatever.
I'm not going to do it because I'm within my rights and within the law.
Okay, but let me interrupt you a little bit. They have done a lot to try
Yeah, mitigate
to
it.
make things better, to try to
I've-
accommodate
I've
him.
got 8 to 10 grand in stuff to try to silence the noise.
Right.
And I've done everything I can. I mean, at first I was cordial to the guy, but one afternoon he walked out and according to one of my employees, couldn't see his hand. He walks out on the porch, raises in the hand, he hears a bang and sees a flash.
Hey, give me just a second. That's my lieutenant. Yes, sir. Yeah. Rodney Taylor from the city permits director. Yeah, but and I'm talking. To the owner? Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's kind of sounding like, is that he's called in a favor, but the guy, Rodney Taylor, or whoever he is, came from permits, and because he is commissioned to write citations in the parish, but not in the city, but he is our city permits director. Yeah, I have no clue. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I'm out here now and talking with the animal control director. You know, she's basically saying the same thing, that he's you know, hasn't violated anything. So, and hell, as a matter of fact, from what they're saying, the animal control girl's saying that he's made numerous improvements as well, like sound barriers and stuff like that. So, but yeah, yeah, because I think that's what it's coming to. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, the guy's got a right to run a business. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, it is, definitely. But I'll let them know. All right.
They just ran out back.
Oh, okay. So now, where were we? I don't remember where we were.
So, I won't lay down for this guy. And at first we were amicable, right? He would text me and say, "You've got dogs barking." Okay, no problem. So I text the manager, we'd let the barking dogs in. That went on for a couple of months, and then it just kept escalating and escalating, him getting more and more mad. And then finally I, in all honesty, asked the guy, "What do you want me to do? Like, whatever you want me to do, I'll do." And his response was, "I suggest you quit letting dogs bark." And then he called animal control and sent them over here, filed a complaint against me saying who knows what. So she came, checked everything out, everything was good. And while all that was going on, my employee came and said, "Yeah, last night he walked out on his porch and raised his hand up in the air. I heard a loud bang, saw a flash while I was outside in the yard." So I called and filed a police report against him, and then he's pissed about that. I did not pursue charges against him. You know, I just wanted something on record that that happened, because this is clearly going to continue to escalate and escalate.
Oh yeah, it's getting way up there now.
Yeah, I mean, this
My director's been involved. But
This is a big
of course,
problem.
he sent me to deal with it because he didn't know animal stuff.
And, you know, I've offered to buy the guy's house because I'd heard that he wanted to sell it anyway. You know, I've put sound barriers up. I've offered to sit down with him and whoever his contact is with the city to try to work it out peacefully, but this is the,
I offered to sit down and he said, "Nope, it's not gonna do any good."
With him? Okay.
yeah, all of us in the same room so that we can come up with a solution that's best for everybody.
And the guy that came down, what was it, Rodney Taylor?
Rodney, yeah,
And he is who?
Director of City Permits.
Director of City
Or
Park.
maybe it's Director of Permits.
And what did he say when he came down? What was?
I mean, he didn't really say much to me. I have to look back at the tape. I don't remember him saying too much.
Did he call y'all?
No, you called.
No, I mean, has he ever called y'all? Okay.
Steve or Rodney?
Either one of them.
Steve called us, and I personally sat down with Steve. That's when I offered, a sit down with everyone to see what could maybe
Be done.
be done, and he said, "No, it's not going to do any good." Obviously, there's two very different stories going on there.
Yeah.
But every time I've been here, I can hear barking inside where the people are, but when I'm outside, I might hear a bark once in a while, but I don't hear consistent barking. Now, the first time I came, they had just put some dogs out. I heard them barking for a few minutes, and then they stopped. But he seems to not want them to bark.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
And my point to him was, we have to find a way for our businesses to be able to function. And
He's the only
work.
resident.
And
He's
I
literally
think,
the only one.
and you know, when I was here the first time, I suggested maybe you start letting them out a little bit later or, you know, whatever, and they even tried that.
What's his
So-
complaint hours? Like, I mean, or is it just very?
Scotty, we get here at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We start let out, and we leave at 6 at night. So
And-
between 6 p.m. and 6:30 a.m., there ain't a dog outside anywhere. We shut off the lights, the dogs quiet down.
So his complaints during the daylight hours,
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and generally on the weekends,
generally on the weekend.
yeah.
Okay.
He says his wife can't even go out and have her coffee in the morning anymore. You know,
Okay.
but the business was a dog. I mean, it was a boarding facility before they bought it.
Yeah, I
for
remember
many
that.
years.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
So-
6 years total.
And I think part of the problem is it sounds like he may have more business than she did, and so he has more dogs. But we can't, I mean, what do we want to keep our businesses from thriving? That doesn't make sense to me.
All right.
So,
Okay, give me just a second. 'Cause- yeah, now we're getting dragged in the middle of all this.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up.
Yeah.
Hi, man. What's going on?
Okay. Do you know what the deal is going on out here?
It originally started with some sort of animal complaint. We're supposed to contact the parish out there to issue a ticket, but we can't do it for the parish because it'll go to parish. Our city was supposed to go out there and do it, but now it turns out there should be a guy named Roddy Taylor or Turner that's out there.
He's gone.
Okay, what did he ask you all to do?
He, Bradford, I didn't get a phone call until after this was all over, but Bradford told me that he asked him to write him a ticket for unnecessary noise.
Okay, did he do it? It's
Yeah.
coming from the city attorney wants it written.
Somebody from the city attorney wants it written.
Yes.
Okay, because this is putting us in a really bad spot coming out here, issuing an arrest was basically nothing.
Well, Roddy, with the attorney, yeah, well, it came from the city attorney that we were to assist Roddy Taylor, and he wants a ticket written. We were to write that ticket.
Okay, so,
What was it? Do me a favor, Scotty, because I'm driving down the road. It sounds like you're driving down the road, too.
no, I'm out
What
here, the deal.
Okay, text me the ticket number and what the ordinance that you wrote it under.
Okay, the orders that we wrote it under.
Ordinance.
Oh, the city ordinance?
Yes.
It's unnecessary noise.
Okay, you wrote a ticket for unnecessary or noise for Roddy Taylor's request,
Yeah,
which came from the city attorney.
I guess it did.
Yeah, well, that's what we got. All right, let me make another call and say that that's what you all did.
All right,
All right, buddy.
all right.
Case details. Key conflict. Neighbor dispute over dog barking escalated by city officials. Issue. Police pressured by city attorney's office to issue unnecessary noise citations despite lack of evidence.